So I want to introduce you. To my little sweetie pie, Lucy, our Coton de Tulear. Give you a little history of her background. Lucy is 11 and a half years old, and 11 and a half years ago I got a phone call from my wife, and she said, "I want you to look up Coton dog, although you spell cotton C-O-T-O-N." So I looked it up, and the first thing I saw were really cute dogs, and the second thing I saw were dollar signs. At the time we had two Havanese. They were each between 4 and 5 years old. So we're talking 15 or 16 years ago, and you know how expensive Havanese are. And I said, "Where are you calling from?" And she was calling from the Columbia Mall in Maryland, from a pet store. And we had vowed never to buy a dog from a pet store. So I told her that. She said, "Well, you have to come look at this dog." And I said, "Why?" She said, "Because she has an attitude about her, an attitude of superiority." So I did, and I came, and I looked at Lucy, and sure enough, she was saying something, expressing the attitude like, "I don't belong here with all these peasants." We didn't know that she was royalty at the time, right, Lucy? No. So, despite the cost, we decided to buy her. And that's when we discovered, or we were told, that when she was a puppy, she had a hernia operation, and she also had her dew claws removed. So Lucy spent the first few days, weeks, maybe a month of her life in absolute pain. So that may explain a little bit why she's so neurotic. The other thing is, I don't know if you can see this. I don't know when this happened. Lucy is accident prone. Can you see her tail is actually broken? And it wasn't always like that. I don't know when it happened. She used to have a beautiful tail, lots of nice hair, but somehow her tail got broken, and now she really can't grow hair at the end of it. In fact, she likes to tear the hair out. That's also just a part of her neuroses. But she's still a wonderful dog, and we were wondering how the Havanese would react, because they were both males when we took her home. They loved her. They absolutely loved her, and she's a very good dog. She has another problem. If you see her mouth here, come here, Lucy, show everybody. She's missing a couple of teeth up front, because she's always had bad teeth. She's always had bad breath. I know, she doesn't like hearing that. But she's a lovey dog, and she's fearless. We can put her with dogs 15, 20 times her size. Well, maybe not, say 10 times her size. She's not afraid. And if you growl at her or bark at her, she just goes, "Wah, wah, 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 wah. Shut up." And they do. So she gets along with everybody. She's not afraid of anybody. And she's a really good dog, but she does have her quirks. And I'm going to go into some of those quirks in a little bit. Okay, Lucy? Okay, Lucy. Down you go. So Lucy is a spinner. She can barely go anywhere in a straight line unless you open up the treat jar, and then she'll race in a straight line to it. And we used to think it was cute, but then one day she was outside, and I called her, and she came spinning and spun right into the patio furniture and literally knocked herself out. She went totally catatonic, as stiff as a board, and we thought she was going to die. So, of course, this happened on a Sunday, and no vets were available. So we raced her to an emergency vet hospital, which was almost an hour away. By the time we got there, she seemed to be fine. But she did have a concussion, and for 2 years after that, she would have seizures on occasion. But that all happened about 6 years ago. She's been fine ever since. We keep our fingers crossed that nothing's going to happen to her again. And you'll see in these videos she comes really close to whacking herself one more time, but she seems to know her way around so that doesn't happen. So we add that to the surgeries that she had when she was a little puppy, and you can see that she's had a bit of a tough life. You want to give me kisses?